Good morning. Glad you're with us today. I'm Tom Williams.
I'm Gianna Golly.
And I'm Matthew Howard.
He is in for Logan today.
And we're
happy
once again on this show. It's always fun with Matthew here.
This is our show called Off the Clock, and we welcome Matthew with us this morning.
Yeah, and thanks for checking us out. Stop by every weekday here on the 2822 NAP starting at 7 a.m.
From the big headlines to the little things that make you smile, and of course, I'll have your weather. This is just the place you want to be.
All right, well, first, let's get a look at your top local headlines. Crews battled the first snow of the season and massive flames in Wayne County. The fire, driven by storm gusts, brought 12 departments to Vay Import near Hamlin yesterday morning. 3 people were inside apartments here, but firefighters were able to get them to safety. The business was destroyed. Authorities have not said what caused that fire.
And another shelter is stepping up after Scranton's only overnight homeless shelter closed. St. Anthony's Haven on Olive Street has been filling the need since Keystone Mission closed over the summer. The first code blue alert of the season was issued on Monday night when temperatures dipped into the 20s. St. Anthony's Haven is equipped to take in 20 men and 6 women every night, but will welcome even more during the cold snap.
After nearly 5 months, it appears the state budget standoff is about to end. A bill was moved out of the Senate Appropriations Committee last night. Lawmakers are expected to vote on the bill in the next couple of days. It's just over $50 billion, which includes more money for schools and highway maintenance. If passed, the budget would come in $2.3 billion more than last year.
And now look at your top national headlines. The House back in session today for the first time in nearly 2 months, moving the government one step closer to reopening. Members of the Republican-led House returned to Washington this week after the Senate passed a funding bill late Monday. The House expected to vote on that spending measure as soon as this afternoon.
SNAP benefits remain in flux for millions of Americans due to the government shutdown. Yesterday, the Supreme Court extended a temporary pause on a lower court's order that required the Trump administration to fully fund the food assistance benefits in November, meaning the administration will continue to withhold about $4 billion in payments for the food assistance program.
And several families are now suing the owners of Camp Mystic 4 months after deadly flooding hit Texas. 25 girls, 2 counselors, and the director all died when a river rushed through the camp on the 4th of July. The lawsuits state those deaths were preventable, claiming the camp ignored weather warnings and failed to follow state-required evacuation plans. It also says camp leaders advised campers to stay in their cabins.
Let's get a check on the forecast now. We can take a look at what's really going on. We have some flurries and snow showers, a little bit more in that northern tier area, but a lot of those snow showers have moved out of the area from overnight, and we're going to see those move out as we go throughout the morning, fairly light right now, and as we continue through, we can see that our temperatures are into the 30s. We're around freezing in the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area, 29 in Mount Pocono, 28 in Montrose, 36 in Williamsport, and we're about 5-10 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday, but it's still feeling seasonably cool out there, and you can see a few icy spots in some of those areas of untreated roads that received a little bit of snow last night. And if you're going out to the bus stop, it's going to be mainly cloudy this morning. You're going to start around freezing, but as we get towards the afternoon, we're going to warm up into the 40s, and we see the chance of a passing rain or snow shower, but compared to yesterday, we're going to be probably about 5 to 10 degrees warmer, so it'll feel a little nicer than just yesterday.
Yeah, it's the cloudy, cloudy, cloudy I don't like there.
It's the cloudy, 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 and you're not going to get a break from that.
That has to go.
Gianna needs some sun.
Yes.
Well, sun, me too. I agree.
Will ever find yourself staring at the ceiling at midnight counting sheep? We were just talking about this, Matthew and I.
A new sleep trend could be the answer, and it starts with your shower.
We'll have explained why dark showering might be the secret to sweeter dreams when Off the Clock returns.
Let's go look at some of our top trending stories. A new poll is shining light on how Americans really feel about getting older and what keeps them up at night. Pew Research found nearly half of adults over 65 say they're aging very well, but only about 3 in 10 younger adults think they're aging gracefully themselves. The top worries: health issues, being a burden to family, and running out of money. In fact, fewer than half of adults under 65 feel confident they'll ever save enough to retire. So maybe the question isn't how we age, but how well we plan for it. What about you guys? Does getting older sound scary, or do you think you'll be aging like fine wine? Well, I'm in the middle of all this. You guys are still young, so.
I think it is scary to think about, but it's going to happen inevitably, right?
Exactly.
So that's just, like, I think planning for it is what's most important, because then it isn't too scary.
Yes, I agree too. You have to roll with the punches, and it is a little bit scary at times. But as you get adjusted and as you get used to everything, you have to just bear with it. And especially being young, you just have to try to live while you're young, and you just have to keep doing awesome things. That's what really I push for.
And exercise is the best medicine, and I think
I agree.
As an older guy here, I like to get to the gym 4 days a week, and I think it's important for older people to do that.
I was gonna say, we just get all of our advice from Tom.
Yes, we did.
The old sage, no.
The old sage.
He's doing okay so far. All right, move over, messy rooms. There's a new #1 source of teenage drama, and it's on 4 wheels. A new survey found parents argue with their teenagers more about driving than anything else, even screen time, grades, or dating. Top complaints: driving too fast, staying out too late, and draining the gas tank. But here's the real kicker. 91% of parents are covering some or all of the expenses, shelling out an average of $6 grand a year. So maybe it's not the teens speeding that hurts most, it's the spending. What do you guys think? What were your parents like driving?
So as a parent, yes, that was my kids are all gone, of course, but that was a big concern, driving, and you guys are right there. Your parents are concerned because
absolutely.
once you get behind the wheel, you're worried about your kids, where they are, where they're going, and whether they're going to come back that night.
And
so
it's
yeah,
expensive.
it's
expensive,
prospect.
and you have to be very careful of your own actions. So that's really one thing my parents always pushed forth, especially when I really started driving. They didn't want me to be out super late with the car. They want to be very responsible. And then once I got older,
Just don't drive like Logan. He's crazy.
don't drive like Logan.
Yeah, he's
Logan?
He's a maniac.
Tailgater.
You demon tailgate? Oh my God, that's funny. Are men actually more romantic than women? According to science, maybe researchers, men are more likely to believe in classic old school romance, things like love at first sight, paying for dates, and holding doors open. Women are more likely to value emotional connection, building closeness, communication, and long-term partnership. So really, it all depends on how you define romantic. Is it grand gestures or everyday acts that keep the spark alive? So I'd like to hear a little bit more about what you guys have to say about it too.
I think a combination of both, right? And it's nice to see men and women play both roles. That's what I would say.
I'm the classic. I mean, my wife would tell you I'm not romantic at all. I don't have a romantic bone in my body, as she would say. But I still like the classic paying for the dates, things like that. And that, either though it's all coming out of the same pot. But back in the day when we were dating, yeah, I just thought that was the man's role in the whole thing.
Yes, and I'm the same way too. I feel like as long as you put in the effort, you don't have to be essentially super romantic, but as long as you put the effort and you show you care, I think that's really all that matters.
Very important, right?
Yep. All right, well, how do you feel about public displays of affection, or PDA? Apparently those across the pond in London have had enough of it. Commuters there are demanding a no snogging rule of trains, at least before 10 a.m. And if you're not fluent in British slang, snogging basically means a whole lot of making out. The complaints: too much smushing, too much lip action, and not enough personal space before coffee. Some have even started a petition on change.org against the early morning romance pollution. No word yet on whether they'll get that banned, but worst case, maybe they can just hand out keep it classy signs on the platform. So be honest, where do you draw the line on PDA? Are you okay seeing a couple share that quick kiss? Or is the whole outside world a no snog zone?
That's the key, quick kiss. You don't want to see
quick
people
kiss,
making out. If you've ever been on the tube in London, there's no room to do anything.
See, I've never been on this tube. So.
Making out on the train, but yeah, I'm just PDA. I'm not for that.
I agree.
No, I'm not either. I feel like you have to be professional. You have to keep things quick because obviously you're in public. You're surrounded by everybody.
And this guy also works at a movie theater.
Yeah, I work at a movie theater.
So you probably see a lot of that too.
Yes, I do.
Don't show you hate each other, but just keep
you
it a
hate
little
each
more
other.
private.
You can still show love, but I feel like that's more for like not in public.
Exactly.
You're right.
We'll be a little discreet about it. And if
Got
you're
it.
looking to catch a better night's sleep, you might want to try something new in the shower called dark showering. Yep, it's exactly what it sounds like. You shower at night with the lights turned way down. Experts say bright light signals your body to wake up, but low light triggers your natural time to wind down mode, boosting melatonin and relaxing your brain. Now, some swear by it to reduce anxiety and sleep better. And if you're a morning shower person, try a cold one instead. It can jolt your energy, stimulate circulation, and even improve focus. So be honest, are you team lights out and lavender soap, or team caffeine and cold water wake up call, or neither of those?
I have done the dark shower-ish kind of thing, Tom, and I have to say there are benefits. I like it. I feel a lot better. I'm a lot more calm. That's what I
totally
feel.
get it. And
yeah.
as
I get it.
morning anchors, you're trying to save time in the morning, so I think some people do shower at night. I, however, have to
Sorry.
get up in the morning, and that wakes me up.
And you're okay.
Oh,
But
yeah.
no cold shower for me. It's going to definitely be a hot shower.
Oh.
Cold
Yeah.
shower would be a slap in the face.
I'm kind of the opposite of Gianna. So I usually will shower at night, but I will always have the lights on. I feel like if it was dark, I just feel like I wouldn't be able to see. So like,
I
I don't want
know,
to
right?
drop stuff. It'd be just getting really annoying and old. So I don't know if I would want to do that exactly.
Glad you
know
would have
what?
shampoo going everywhere.
And the shampoo that went everywhere. So
You don't want that.
Not
Yeah.
quite. I wouldn't want to do that.
Off the clock, coming right back with Matthew's forecast. You don't want to miss it. Straight ahead.
Welcome back, everyone. We are tracking. We had some snow showers move through the overnight, but a lot of these have tapered off. Now we are seeing more just flurries across some of our northern tier. Just be careful of a few icy spots. If you saw a little bit of that snow this morning, the little untreated roads could see a light dusting. We saw the snow showers move out this morning, mainly quiet now, but we do have a little bit of a little rain and snow to our north. That will bring a few showers as we get a little later into the day, but most part is going to be fairly light. If you take a look at our Long Pond camera, yesterday we had snow covered on these tracks. Now really a lot of it, some of it actually had melted, and we're still sitting into the 30s, some of us into the 20s, like 29 in Mount Pocono, and it's going to be a little breezy at times today. I expect those winds to pick up just a little bit. If we take a look around temperatures for our region, 32 across Scranton and Wilkes-Barre, 36 in Williamsport, and some of us are still hanging into the 20s this morning. So a little warmer than we were yesterday. Those winds right now are fairly calm, except some areas in the elevation they're a little breezy. But I expect those winds will continue to pick up as we go through the afternoon. And we'll see that for today, that 7-day forecast is going to be in the low 40s, mostly cloudy skies and breezy with a few rain or snow showers possible, especially a little bit more into the afternoon. And we'll see for tonight that low into the mid 30s, and we'll see mainly cloudy skies with a chance of a rain or snow shower as we get towards that overnight period. And for your 7-day forecast, we're going to be mostly cloudy and breezy today and tomorrow with the chance of a rain shower, maybe even a snow shower in some of our elevations. For Friday, it will be mostly cloudy and mainly dry with a passing shower. For our weekend, our first half of the weekend remaining favorably dry, a mix of sun and clouds. We'll see some rain move through the region as we get towards Saturday night. Our high on Sunday is going to be near 50 degrees. As we get towards Monday, we'll start to cool down just a little bit again. So we're going to be below average, but it's not going to be as cold as it was just yesterday. Not going to be a high of 32, 33 degrees. We're going to be into the 40s and maybe even near 50 degrees.
Wow.
Okay,
We'll
a
take
little bit
50s,
of-
Matthew.
Yeah.
We'll take 50, better than 32.
And that 28 overnight, though, on Friday, that's bad, too.
Oh.
Yeah, get rid of that one as well.
All right, we've told you what's happening around the world. Now it's time for what's happening in our brains, and maybe you don't want to know.
Brace yourselves. This is where we get to know each other a little better and maybe even overshare a tiny bit.
Today, we've got a few questions, zero prep, and maybe just a little chaos. So let's get to that first question. The first question is, what's a small moment that always makes you think, yep, life's good?
Ooh.
That's a good question. I was at the beach over the weekend, and I just one of my favorite places in the whole world, just to sit on a bench on the Ocean City Boardwalk and look out at the water, see the sand, and I just say, like, you know what, you're
Yeah.
lucky to be alive. I got it good.
You're lucky to be alive. I'm the same way too. So I always go on a walk along a river. This is closer to where I live. And every time I walk by the river, I'm like, life's good. I'm like, it's so pretty
beautiful,
here.
right.
It's beautiful. You see the water rushing down, and you can sometimes see the little birds, and the fall is very pretty with the fall
Exactly.
colors.
What about
I would
Gianna?
have to go with you guys on the kind of nature, being outside and just taking in like those moments that are beyond work, beyond anything you're doing, right? Just a moment of zen.
And
A
when
moment of zen.
Well, my kids get all together too, so we were with 2 of the 3 of the kids over the weekend too, since they're all spread out. But that always makes me feel like, you
Being
know,
with
I'm
family.
a
Yeah.
lucky man. I have everything.
That's what's important, right?
Very important.
All right, our next question. When you need a good laugh, what is your go-to?
Oh,
Say Tom Williams?
Yeah. How about that? Sometimes I'll just like maybe see like Seinfeld clips on Instagram.
say definitely movie
or
memes.
Facebook or yeah,
TV
movie
shows.
Yeah, TV show memes. 2.5 Men. I think that stuff is fun.
Always makes you laugh, right?
Oh,
Really does.
absolutely.
Also, I love the Three Stooges and the Little Rascals. I'll watch those too. They make me
Logan
laugh.
wasn't sure of their names before.
That's funny.
Matthew Shemp
Matthew
and
Shemp.
Mo Howard right here.
Oh!
Matthew's brothers.
Oh my God.
And Curly Howard too.
Oh my
He's
God.
just realizing this. He's like, wait, yeah, you're right.
I was like, wait a second, you're right. I'm like, that's funny.
If,
All right.
If somebody handed you $100 and said, spend it on pure fun, what's your go-to?
Ooh.
What's your for $100?
$100 is tough, but
Especially
Okay.
these days, it's not going to get you much,
not going to
right?
get you much.
Especially because we can get free passes to see movies from
Yeah, you get free passes to see movies. You don't have to worry about that. That's the question. For me, I feel like I would spend $100. I would be honestly spend $100 on food. I'm a big food guy. I love going out to eat. I love having great food, trying new things. So that's really one thing that like I would spend $100 on easily, and I would blow the most money on pretty easily too.
Food, yeah, you could easily do that. How about going to the coffee shop and just like putting the 100 down and saying, whatever the next 20 people, it's on me.
That's nice.
That would be great.
Yeah,
It would make a lot
It'll
of
feel
people
good
smile,
too, right? Yeah.
You'll feel
all right.
good.
All right, well, if you're trapped in an elevator for 1 hour, what is the worst song that could be playing on loop?
What's that Rick Astley song? Never Gonna Give You Up. Remember that
Were
from
you
the 80s?
Rickrolled?
Well, see, I wouldn't mind that song.
being Rick.
Yeah,
so
being
can you
Rickrolled?
imagine being Rick rolled in the elevator if that's on?
Oh my
I would
God, that would
not
be
mind
crazy.
I don't know, probably something from my childhood, like some Elmo thing or
Yeah, how about, or the theme from A Small
Theme
World
song.
at Disney
Oh.
World? If
Oh,
that was
yeah.
just still playing on a loop.
Just kept playing on a loop, or if it's like a really short song, like one of those really short songs that play on a loop and you hear it 60 different times.
I think that would definitely be torture for a lot
I
of
think
people.
the key to this is you got to pick a really long song.
You have
so
to pick
that
a
way
long
it's,
song.
You know,
If you
pick
pick
a
like
short song, it's
like
a
Taylor
lot of
Swift's
it.
All Too Well 10-minute version, it's only going to play 6 times if you're there for an hour.
You
So
go,
think about that. That's a
figure it out.
good
You got a
idea.
great- yeah.
If your phone could only keep 3 apps, which ones would stay?
That's definitely hard, right? I would love to get rid of all my social media apps.
Yes.
It's like,
You know
just
what?
be
As
done
someone
with
in
them.
Gen Z, I'm with you there too.
I'm
with you there,
going to
Matt?
say I'm actually quite the opposite.
Okay.
I would obviously keep a weather app because you have to know what's going on with the weather.
You
I'm a
keep the
meteor-
28-22 news app.
Yeah, keep the 2022 news
You
app, keep
would.
meteorology. I would also like to, honestly, despite a lot of people think, I would like to keep Facebook. I just like to see what's going on. I just like to
Exactly.
see.
Keep connected
I like
to
to
the
keep
world.
connected to the world, see what people are up to. That's really like a good way to like.
And a lot of
go
people are
about
getting
it.
the news these days from some of the social media apps, whether that's good or bad. But yeah, you got to stay connected somehow. I still like to play my New York Times word game, so I can't
Me
get rid of my
too,
New York
me
Times.
too.
Yeah.
Tom's keeping
I
that
Absolutely.
one.
gotta play the Wordle right
Maybe
now, right?
the
the phone
Wordle.
call app.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yes.
if I want to talk to people.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back with our question of the day and your forecast.
This is how we always end off the clock with our question of the day.
That's right. And today we're asking, is it ever okay to recline your seat on a plane? And I think we said one depends on where you're sitting, right?
Yes.
And where you're going.
And I would say like an economy class where the seats are cramped and it's short haul, you're only going like 3 hours or less. Don't recline your seat.
Yeah.
You're gonna kill the person behind you.
You
But
know.
if you're on a long haul flight, 6 hours or more, yeah, recline away. But sometimes it's always good to turn behind you to the person behind you and say, hey, by the way, I'm just gonna recline my seat.
Yeah, maybe let them know,
Absolutely.
right? That
Let
they're
them
going to have a
know.
little less room.
Especially if there's a
Yeah.
guy with his knees like me right up against the seat.
I know, right? And if you're like Tom, who's going to Europe and you're going on a long flight, you have that space, and I would take advantage of it too.
You want to have the extra space for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Let's get one last check on your forecast. Mostly cloudy and breezy with a chance of a shower today and tomorrow. For Friday, we're going to be mainly dry with a stray shower. Saturday, Sunday, chance of rain towards the second half of the week and high near 50.
All right, that wet weather. Back in the forecast.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.